Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, our mission is to take a deep breath, settle in, and unpack a really fascinating source, the Lighthouse Keeper's secret dreams.
Right.
Now, this isn't your typical bedtime story. We're going to treat this text as almost like an operational guide to a complex magical reality.
Exactly. We're not looking at it as a story.
Mm-hmm.
We're analyzing a system, a blueprint.
Yeah.
The source just lays it out as if this whole magical economy is, functional and real.
Yeah.
We have to understand the mechanics.
Okay, so let's set the scene first, just so everyone's on the same page. We're on this remote, windswept island, and it's dominated by this old, weathered white lighthouse. Been there for 100 years. You can almost smell the salty air.
And inside we have Thomas the Keeper. The source describes him as this gentle soul, silver hair, kind eyes.
And his routine is always the same. Every evening, he climbs that long spiral staircase to light the great lamp. But as we find out really quickly, that's not his real job at all.
Not even close. Okay, so let's just get right into the core secret. The lighthouse. It's not just a warning for ships.
Yeah.
It's actually a highly specialized collector. It gathers dreams, specifically the gentle ones that the source says float across the water like shimmering dandelion seeds.
And what's so critical here is that Thomas, he didn't know this going in. The source actually details how he found out 40 years ago, his very first night.
Right. He was just doing his job, polishing that huge lens, and suddenly the whole system just activated. He saw this soft golden light, totally separate from the lamp's flame, and then thousands of these tiny little lights just dancing over the waves, all coming right for the tower.
They're not a slow thing, but like a targeted intake.
Yeah, targeted, focused intake.
Okay.
And what's really incredible is his reaction. He wasn't scared.
He wasn't. The source says this wave of peace and tranquility just washed over him.
Yeah.
It's like he instantly understood, oh, my job description just changed. He's not about maritime safety anymore. He's about emotional stewardship.
And that transition, it's all explained by the geography. This is where it gets really interesting.
The location.
The location. Why this lighthouse? Why not any other one?
And the text is explicit about it, isn't it?
It is. It says it was built on a very special spot. A place where the veil between the waking world and the dream world was, well, it was at its thinnest. It's a permanent rift point.
That detail is huge. So it implies his job is geographical as much as it is technical. He's not just maintaining a light.
No, he's maintaining a dimensional threshold.
So what does that even mean, to guard a thin veil?
Well, the source suggests it's a point of high magical density. His main role is to stabilize that energy. Because if that veil got thicker, the collection would stop.
And if it got too thin?
The wrong things might get through. So the lighthouse itself, the actual structure, it's a regulator built right on that nexus.
Wow, he's guarding a portal. Okay, so let's talk about the inputs, the dreams coming in. They're not all the same, are they?
Not at all. And the source gives us this surprisingly detailed taxonomy of what he's getting every night.
A classification system.
A whole classification system is wild. It describes 3 distinct physical forms, which suggests that different emotional types manifest differently when they cross that veil.
So what are they? What are the forms?
Okay, so first you have the glowing butterflies.
Okay.
These shimmer with like complex stories, tales of faraway lands, adventures, full narrative.
Like little movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you have the soft clouds. These are much simpler. They carry the peaceful thoughts of sleeping children.
Oh.
Just pure, uncomplicated serenity.
It's in the third type.
The third are the gentle stars. Now, these are different. These are wishes.
Wishes.
Specifically, a wish made by someone just as they're drifting off to sleep. They're high-potential dreams. They carry intent, not just memory.
So he has to sort them instantly. He's separating the high-energy wishes from the low-energy comfort thoughts.
And both of those from the complex narratives. He completely transitioned. He's no longer a light keeper. He's a guardian of these specific nocturnal inputs.
That's almost bureaucratic for such a magical text. Which brings us to the next section, the work itself.
It's core labor, yeah.
This is where we see just how deep Thomas's job goes. It's not passive collection, it's active. Purification and restoration.
And if you connect this to the bigger picture, it's really a deep dive into how you process emotions. So the happy dreams, summer picnics, gentle rain, laughter.
The good stuff.
The good stuff. They're treated like assets. They're strong. They're positive. But they still need maintenance to stay effective.
So what's the protocol for those? For the assets?
He polishes them.
Yep.
Literally. He takes these positive memories and he rubs them gently until they gleam with their highest intensity.
So even happy dreams can fade if you just leave them.
And that's the implication. He's preventing emotional entropy. And once they're at peak brightness, he releases them back out to find someone who needs them. It's like a targeted injection of positive emotional energy.
I love that. The idea that joy requires maintenance to keep its power.
Yeah.
But then you have the worried dreams.
Mhm.
And they sound like they're a lot more work. The ones tangled up with stress and anxiety and fear.
They require specialized care. And the source uses this really powerful analogy for it. It says, Thomas untangles them carefully, like a fisherman mending nets.
He's not throwing the net away.
No, he's painstakingly restoring it. The worry itself isn't discarded, but the disorder is removed.
And then there's the purification phase. He washes them in moonlight
He does.
until they transform into peaceful thoughts. And only then does he set them free. So we have to ask the analytical question here. Why moonlight? What's the significance of that?
It's so symbolic, isn't it?
Right.
It says so much about how this text sees anxiety. Moonlight is.
Yeah,
It's about reflection, quiet, passive energy. It's not destructive.
right. It doesn't say he burns them in the beacon's light.
Exactly. That would imply destroying the worry, a destructive act.
But using moonlight, that's transformation.
Precisely. It's a cleansing process. It takes the anxious energy and transforms it into quietude. It suggests the energy is still valuable. It just needs its structure gently corrected.
So it turns the dream from a liability into an asset.
Yes, an asset that can go on and help someone else. This whole process, it elevates Thomas from just a custodian to an emotional alchemist.
That hidden labor.
Yeah.
That's the real deep dive here. So let's shift from the general system to the specific personal delivery. Because the source tells us that on this one night, a very different dream arrived.
Yes, it was totally unique. It glowed with this soft, silvery light, and it hummed a gentle melody. And Thomas knew right away. This wasn't for mass distribution.
No.
This one was highly curated. And it was looking for you.
And the text is so meticulous. It tracks the journey of the single silvery dream. It traveled across oceans, over mountains. It even danced with the northern lights.
It was accumulating peace as it traveled. It gathered these very specific elements along the way.
Like what?
Well, the source lists them. It carried the sound of rain on leaves, the specific warmth of morning sun through a window,
Oh, I know that feeling.
and the heavy comfort of a soft blanket on a cold night. It's this perfect sensory package, collected piece by piece.
So Thomas has this perfect, personalized product. But he can't just send one. He needs to scale it up, right? How does the beacon, the main lamp, play into this part?
This is where we see the beacon's other magical function. The light isn't just for ships. It's also an accelerator, an amplifier for dreams.
So what does he do?
He holds that one single silvery dream up to the great lens, the focal point. And the energy just it begins to multiply exponentially.
1 became 2, 2 became 4.
Until thousands of these peaceful silvery dreams fill the air like snow. The beacon is the ultimate amplifier for perfected serenity.
And he gives them a command.
He does. He whispers over all of them, "Go, find all those who need rest tonight." It's his intent that drives the delivery.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, right now? The final promise of the source is that these dreams, these amplified, protected dreams, they're reaching you.
Right now. They're surrounding you like a gentle embrace. It's the direct result of Thomas's work.
And they carry the signature of the lighthouse with them.
Yes, the sensory details. The sound of the waves, the distant call of seabirds, the soft creaking of the old lighthouse, and the warmth of Thomas's smile. The system worked.
The ultimate takeaway is just one of profound safety, that you are safe, you are loved, and your perfect dreams are waiting for you, all because of that constant unseen work.
It's beautiful, really. The lighthouse beam sweeps the ocean, keeping ships physically safe.
While the dreams flow in and out like the tide, keeping you emotionally safe.
A dual function of care.
And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. If Thomas is up there tonight, polishing dreams, untangling worries in the moonlight, which type of incoming dream? The glittering butterfly of story, the soft cloud of rest, or the gentle star carrying a wish? Which one do you think might be carrying the biggest, most complex task for him to tackle before the morning comes?